So the reason why RAR was set up was because my partner's dog was bitten by a German Shepherd. The dog was a Shih Tzu, probably about 15 to 16 years old at that point. So Shih Tzu, normally is like quite small. Was walking in the park, and then out of nowhere, this German Shepherd actually lunged out and then ripped his whole jaw off. And he was bleeding profusely. So there was no ambulance service available. And they had no knowledge of key vet hospitals around the area as well. So that's the reason why we even started RAR, to provide immediate stabilization on scene before we convey the patients to the hospitals.
Could you walk us through what actually happens when you receive a call?
Okay, so whenever a member of the public gives our 24-hour emergency hotline a call, the dispatcher will assess the situation first, and if it's deemed as an emergency, they will dispatch the ambulance. Ambulance will take about half an hour to reach the incident scene. During this crucial 30 minutes, right, the dispatcher will actually guide the caller on what to do to prepare for the ambulance. Upon arrival, the paramedics and EMTs will actually take over the scene. They would stabilize the patient and head over to the nearest 24-hour emergency vet hospital.
Okay, so the case has been upgraded to a cardiac arrest. We just received a call from the owner saying that the dog is not responsive anymore. So I already instructed the owner to start CPR, and then once we arrive, we will take over from the owner and then try to resusc the dog. So yeah, we are actually 4 minutes out from the location.
So the patient currently got breathing difficulties. The oxygen level is pretty low, so we are providing oxygen at the moment. Other than that, the heartbeat is also very fast, probably because she's quite scared. It's a critical case, so we have to get to the hospital as soon as possible. Yeah.
What was the most difficult or interesting case that you have faced?
So the most difficult case so far, it was a stray kitten that was stuck on the 11th floor of a HDB building. It was a challenging rescue because number one, the kitten was not cooperative, and number two, there was nothing that we could hold on to in order to walk to the ledge. But unfortunately, it was not a successful rescue. The kitten actually jumped right when I was about to grab it, and it passed on.
For the first time when I went to a case that eventually the pets didn't make it, it really breaks me also, as much as breaks the owner heart. As days goes by, I try to cope with myself and tell myself that everything that we do, we did our best to eventually save the pet. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Yeah.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced?
Okay, so one unseen difficulty that RAR faces at the moment will probably be with our relationship with vet techs in hospitals. Vet techs, they actually compare their work with our work, and I would say that is not really able to be compared because number one, we are on scene, on the ground, and vet techs are working in hospitals, so it's a different scenario in the first place. And vet techs also think that we diagnose patients on site, but we don't do that. We just treat the symptoms, and we will still convey the patients to the hospitals.
The challenge for RAR that we face is more to public recognition.
The government, especially MOH, they do not recognize animal ambulances as legitimate ambulances. So, drivers don't give us way because of this, and we do not have special privileges that human ambulances will get. For example, COE. Human ambulances, they don't have to pay for COE, which is why they can have multiple vehicles in their fleet. For us, we have to pay for COE, so it's a pretty difficult obstacle to handle at the moment. Okay, so what motivates me to continue running RAR is actually the pets that we actually managed to save. Some owners, they will send us a text or even send us a video of their pet fully recovered from whatever they were facing. For example, we had this case of a cardiac arrest. We managed to resuscitate the dog. It was a 3-year-old. I think about a week later, we received a video of the dog, just running around, doing dog things basically. So knowing that we actually made an impact on the dog's life and as well as the family's lives, it motivates me to get up, continue running RAR despite all of these challenges. So my hope for RAR in the next few years will probably be to have more ambulances in our fleet, so that we can reduce our response time. So currently our response time is about 30 minutes. our future goal is to reduce it to 15 minutes.
That's where we can actually be fast and help those pets, to get a second chance of living.